The Miami Heat are making moves, ladies and gentlemen. Can a possible buyout move be made very soon? The Miami Heat have another game today against the Boston Celtics. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Don't adjust the screens. I know I got a football jersey on, you guys. It's to celebrate. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comments who you got today. The Kansas City Chiefs or the San Francisco 49ers. Now, to celebrate today's game, I got that throwback Deion Sanders 1994 San Francisco 49ers jersey. I'm predicting a 49ers victory. I'd love to know in the comments what you guys think. I don't really care who wins. I just want a hell of a game. Now, look, I know it's Super Bowl Sunday. I know the whole world is going to be celebrating today's game, watching that game. There's another game I'm more interested in. It's the Boston Celtics against the Miami Heat. Today at 2 p.m. on ABC. It's a national game, you guys. We need revenge. The last game we played Boston, we got bounced by 30 points. It was a blowout game. We lost again to them earlier in the season in a tight game. To me, this is a statement game. Now, look, does it make any relevance to the season? No. Does it make any difference in the playoffs? Not really. Even though you're 8th seed again because Magic won their last game, you win tonight, or excuse me, you win today, you take the 7th seed. So yeah, a little bit of relevance, but still, not a big difference. But it's a statement game. You got embarrassed last time by Boston. You got to take it to them. Now, I say this with unfortunate news because it was reported yesterday that Jimmy Butler was not at practice and it's possible he may not play today due to personal reasons. So if Jimmy don't play, we know the chances are very unlikely. But I'll ride with these guys. When Jimmy don't play, we got other dudes that step up like Jaime Jaquez, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin. I am confident on this in this roster. I know that we can prevail moving forward. We take every game one game at a time. Now, I said that we were making moves earlier, you guys, because we are. Miami made a slight moves. We recently released R.J. Hampton, and we signed Alondes Williams from the G League. Now, Alondes Williams has been playing fantastic in the G League, averaging 20 points a game. I've mentioned him shortly in this channel. He's been with our G League program. You know, one of those undrafted one of those G League progresses we got down there, busting his ass, working hard, and he got called up. Now, he recently had a 39-point game, breaking out, and you know the Miami Heat brought him up to a two-way contract because they don't want anyone else claiming him. R.J. Hampton hasn't really done anything. He hasn't really been given a lot of chances, but he hasn't done much. So this is great for Williams to get an opportunity with this squad. You never know what this is going to mean. You know, Orlando Robinson and Jamal Cain, they've showed a little bit with their two-way contract prowess. Nothing really set in stone. So this guy comes in, you don't know what he's going to bring to the table. It's always great to see one of these projects get called up. You've seen it before with guys like Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson. You know the list of our undrafted players that have come up and have done major things. So it's always great when you hear a story like this, especially when it comes from the Miami Heat, because it raises your eyebrows and you think, can this be the next guy? So it's going to be very exciting to watch. Now, another exciting thing I want to talk about, you guys, is now that the trade deadline is done and, you know, we've moved forward with this whole who's going to get traded, is Tyler going to stay, is Caleb going to get traded, you know, we're done with that. We know what this roster is going to be like moving forward. We know that the big trade that was made was for Terry Rozier. And for those of you guys that haven't seen it, go check it out. The last video that I posted, the Miami Heat Roundtable, we had a special guest, Ethan Skolnick, and with the 5 Reasons Sports. Ethan gave us great breakdowns, great analysis on everything that the Miami Heat is looking to do. A few things that we talked about, and one of the questions that I asked him was about the buyout market. I'm very interested in the buyout market, you guys, because now it's the only change that we can make. We had some great upgrades last season in the buyout market. with Kevin Love, not Cody Zeller. Kevin Love was a great addition. Now, there's nobody like that available right now. I would have put Spencer Dinwiddie in that same class, but he signed with the Lakers, but he's not really to be mentioned because the Heat couldn't have signed him. But there's two names that I want to talk to you guys about, and two really serious names that I want to mention because I think these are two guys that the Heat should look to get. These are two guys that have been mentioned before. One of the guys I've particularly talked about, but I want to talk about two different guys. Ethan actually mentioned it in the 5 Reasons Sport. He mentioned it with our Miami Heat roundtable conversation. He mentioned these two guys. The first name is Thaddeus Young. Thaddeus Young is someone I've spoken about before. Thaddeus Young, 6'8", 220 pounds. He gives you that hustle in the power forward position. He's a solid defender. He's averaging about 5 points a game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal a game. Nothing fancy. What he does doesn't show up in the box scores. Then you have Danilo Gallinari. Danilo Gallinari was playing with the Washington Wizards, 6 games with the Pistons. Both players recently got waived, bought out. Danilo Gallinari for the season averaging 7.3 points a game, 3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 35% from the 3-point line, 45% for the field, 85% from the free throw line, and this is all at only 15 minutes a game. So Ethan, in the Miami Heat roundtable channel that we had, said that the Miami Heat are eyeing Danilo Gallinari. Ethan Skolnick personally prefers Thaddeus Young. If you ask me, I think that what we need is size and scoring. Danilo can rebound, he can facilitate a little bit, but most importantly, he can score and he can hit the 3. Thaddeus cannot. If you bring Thaddeus Young on this team, even though yes, he gives you great hustle, he gives you great defense, he can play the backup center role a little bit. You know, with Eric Spoelstra's small ball system, that's one thing I like about Thaddeus Young. He can play in Eric Spoelstra's system. But Danilo Gallinari brings you scoring. We have defensive presence. We have guys that can hustle defensively. I feel like what we need is a scoring presence. We need another shooter. We need a guy that can space the floor, especially for Bam Adebayo. Thaddeus Young can't really do that. If you bring Thaddeus Young on this team, I don't think Thaddeus Young is really going to play. Only in small sporadic moments, kind of like Thomas Bryant. You bring a guy like Danilo Gallinari on this team with what he can do in the offensive end and the fact that he can rebound and space the floor, I think Danilo Gallinari would be a better option for this team. I know Ethan prefers Thaddeus Young, so I want to know what you guys think. Who do you prefer in a buyout situation? Thaddeus Young or Danilo Gallinari? Now look, there's still time. Another player may be available. But these are the two guys that have been waived, bought out. And these are two guys that the Miami Heat can sign. And these are also two players that the Miami Heat have had interest in the past. They've actually tried signing Danilo Gallinari a few years ago. He ended up going to Boston. So the Miami Heat, I think they're most likely to bring in Danilo Gallinari. I think he fits perfectly with this system. I think a 3-man big rotation between Bam Adebayo, Danilo Gallinari, and Kevin Love could work. You're sprinkling in Caleb Martin there as well. You don't know what's happening with this Haywood Highsmith situation, so bringing in Danilo Gallinari also works. I don't think bringing in Thaddeus Young is a bad idea as well. Thaddeus Young, he brings tenacity on the defensive end. He can give you the hustle. He can give you an opportunity for Bam Adebayo to take a rest. I don't think either guy is a bad decision. If you're asking me who I think fits this team better, it's Danilo Gallinari. So I want to hear from you fans. Let me know. In a buyout situation between Thaddeus Young or Danilo Gallinari, who would you take? Also, do you think that the game tonight against the Boston Celtics is a big one? Let me know in the comments about that. Also, you guys, how do you feel about this signing with Alondes Williams? Do you think it means anything? Do you think this guy is going to give the Miami Heat something? Or do you think it's just another two-way signing that's not going to mean anything? Let me know in the comments what you think, you guys. Please take a moment, y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. We are almost there. Help your boy out get there. Don't forget to watch the last episode of the Miami Heat Roundtable with Ethan Skolnick. Would really appreciate your guys' support on that channel. Give it a like. Share it. Please, guys, would really appreciate your support. Don't forget, once we get to 3,000 subscribers, I got something special for you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Let's go, Heat. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, y'all.